Hi Libra, how are we today? I'm just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at the person on your mind, okay? So focusing mostly on love with this person on your mind, okay? But for some of you it may bring out platonic love rather than romantic love, but I do have two sort of more romantic-y type decks with me. But please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Every single like, comment, subscribe really does help the channel grow. Hopefully soon we will be able to run that competition for a free personal reading as well. So every single subscribe really does help us get to that point where we're going to start running that. So keep your eye out for that. But this week we are using, I've got the angel messages. The messages from the fairies oracle deck there. I've got so many decks that have got similar names, it gets confusing sometimes. I do have two love oracle decks. So we've got the soul connection when two hearts meet, as well as the island time wellness love oracle. And then the Lenormand deck I'm using today, I have the Red Hand Lenormand. This is personally one of my favorite decks. I'm by Pixel Occult, so a really lovely deck there. It does have extra cards, so there is quite a few extra cards in that particular deck as well. But starting off with that just a standard sort of oracle today, get a bit of an overview, and then we'll go from there for you, Libra. Okay, Libra and the person on their mind. Libra and the person on their mind. What does Libra need to know about the person on their mind, please? Oh, okay, we've had two have flown out for us there, Libra. So we do have the perfect timing card has flown out for you there. This is the right time for you to move forward. What a beautiful image that one is. Perfect time for you to move forward. So for a lot of you, I feel like that's talking about some sort of action that you yourself need to take in regard to this connection. We are also seeing express your individuality. Okay, allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. I love that card, isn't it cute? You're awesome, Libra. Allow your true self to shine on through. Maybe for some of you, that's the action that you need to be taking here, is allowing your true self to come on through within this connection and show this person who you really are, and what you've got within you to really benefit yourself and this connection. How knowing our unique Libra could be an advantage to the person on your mind here. Okay, we are going to use a bit of a past, present, future layout today. Gemini's just kind of fell out that way, and so I've decided that's what we're going to stick with for the week. So past, present, future, Libra and the person on their mind. Past, present, future with this connection, please. Libra and the person on their mind. And once again, the bottom of the deck showing itself to be important to the future energy. I'll grab all your oracles out in one go, and then we'll clarify as we go with the Lenormand. Past, present, future, Libra and the person on their mind, please. Okay, so the past energy here, we do have the trust card coming through. That does say you need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So, I feel like it's not necessarily needing to trust your person, although that's coming through in some sense here as well. Trusting the person that you have on your mind here, but trusting yourself as well, Libra. I feel that's what's coming through the strongest is this trust in yourself. We also have the not enough card, so it does talk about frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear or ego issues and jealousy. So I feel like that's what's going on here, is that in the past you haven't really trusted that you're enough within this connection, that you have felt in some sort of way unworthy of this person that is on your mind. And regardless of how many times they've shown you are enough, Libra, you are enough, you're the one that I want, Libra, you don't really trust their judgment that you are good for them, like it's coming through that trust. You're not trusting their judgment in the kind of way that it's like, just the way that this person feels about you makes you kind of go, how do you feel like that about me? Because you don't feel like that about you, or you haven't felt that way about yourself in the past here. This is the past sort of energy. So I feel as though there's that issue of, because I'm seeing this, it's like a meme or something, and it's like, it's like along the lines of, um, I thought they were perfect until they liked me, and then I realized that there's something seriously wrong with them. Like, and that's kind of what, you're not trusting their judgment in picking you, because you're feeling like there's something, not enough about you, that you feel like your person deserves better than you. Um, you're not enough. You're not worthy enough of their time, energy, and affection. Um, so that's definitely coming through in the past there, that you are just not trusting that it's true, because of, you're not trusting that the connection is true, but it's got to do with the way that you feel about yourself, or it has about the way that you have felt about yourself in the past here. Okay, so that, I feel like that actually did lead to some issues in this connection that are sort of leading through into the present. Because for the present, we do have the guilt card, all right, and that has come out with the girl with the snake card. So the girl with the snake energy is, feeling like you're being charmed or used, enabling somebody, or boundaries, struggling with having boundaries. So this is that, the girl with that snake wrapped around her body, that it's kind of that snake is how you have felt about yourself. Your feelings of self-worth are kind of constricting you within this connection, and have made some sort of issues. It does also say empath and narcissist paradigm. I don't really like to talk about that sort of stuff, the narcissism stuff, because that's very overused these days, in my opinion. But it's that kind of thing where you feel as though you let someone get away with stuff, just because you don't feel like you're worthy of having stronger boundaries around things. All right, and that's actually led you to some guilt, and the other person to guilt in this connection. It says, "Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness." So there has been this trust issues in the past, that all revolt, like, are all coming from the way that you have felt about yourself in the past, and the way that you have felt like you're not worthy of putting up boundaries. It has led to some sort of issues, because it's kind of like, because in the past that you've felt like that, and you've had issues trusting that you're worthy of this connection. It's kind of like, even as the trust has built with this person, and you now believe them, that when they say I love you, or whatever, there's still this big feeling of guilt that, well, they've got away, I've let them get away with treating me like this for so long, that I feel guilty if I try to put a boundary up now, stopping them from still continuing to treat me like that, which, that initial treatment, and was because I was allowing that, because I felt like I wasn't worthy enough. But it's kind of feeling like you're now, you've developed this inner self a little bit more, and you're now realizing that, you have enabled certain behaviors, certain treatments within the connection, and feeling guilty for, saying, look, that's no longer going to happen. I don't want that to be part of this connection anymore. That you are feeling a little bit guilty about that now, that you do need to put up some boundaries, and you do need to sort of ask for better treatment for yourself and ask for, more priority for yourself here, Libra. I feel that that sort of makes you feel guilty in just by having boundaries, because that feels like it's relatively new for you, that now that you have finally sort of developed your self-love, self-worth stuff a little bit more within the connection, that it's hard for you to actually stand up and sort of receive what you need here, because you've kind of swept it under the rug a little bit in the past. Okay, so that does bring me back to that perfect timing energy as well. This is the right time for you to move forward. So it definitely is, the present energy there. It is the right time for you to be putting up these boundaries that you need. Okay, Libra, don't feel guilty. Don't let guilt get in the way of your happiness. All right, because I'm just sort of sensing here that for your own happiness, there is some boundaries that you do need to solidify within this connection. Okay, so moving into the future energy, we do have the Labyrinth card. Okay, so it does feel like this issue is sort of leading in, it is a present issue. We're sort of seeing a very solid flow here. So some of you are going to be slightly different on this timeline. Some of you may have already dealt with this guilt kind of issue and are already moving into this labyrinth issue, but it does feel like a very smaller sort of timeline, yet broader, if that kind of makes sense. But for a lot of you there, these guilt issues, you putting up your boundaries, has led you to feel like you're sort of stuck in the labyrinth, that you don't know how to get out of this. You don't know how to put up those boundaries. You don't know how to create solid walls to stop yourself from losing yourself here. You don't know how to find the map to get out of what you've sort of put yourself into. It does say, even when you feel lost, there is always a way through the labyrinth. Okay, so there's always a way, I'm seeing clearly that the best way for you to proceed is to just ask yourself sort of what boundaries do you need here, and putting them up, regardless of whether that has some sort of impact on how this connection was formed, what's happened in the past between you and this person. The need to, move forward with putting up those boundaries is definitely showing here, and allowing your true self to shine. Allowing your true self needs these boundaries. It's going to be different for everyone what those boundaries are. I do feel like for a lot of you, it's got to do with the way that you allow yourself to be treated. So we'll see what comes through there. But, because what's on the bottom of the deck there, we do also have the tested energy. So this is kind of like a test for you to be able to put up these boundaries. It's kind of like a little bit of that vibe of, you have done I can feel that you have done quite a lot of work on yourself, and that's what's led you to now recognizing that you need these boundaries and that you deserve better treatment than what you have been asking for in the past. And this is like your test. Can Libra stand up for themselves? Can Libra get, what they need here? Can Libra put these boundaries up? I do feel like you are being a little bit tested here by, the universe, because you've done so much work. Now's the time to start putting that work into action, is what I'm getting here. We do have the love call card as well. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So I'm kind of feeling like this is your person. They're ready to, give you this message in return. Like, because I'm kind of just getting that you putting up these boundaries, you're very worried about it, and feel some guilt about all of a sudden I have to put these boundaries up. All of a sudden I have to express what I truly need here. But this person is going to come straight back at you with love in regard to that, and be like, you know what, you're not wrong. I can guide you out of that feeling. If you're feeling lost, I'm here to take your hand and show you the way out of the maze that you've found yourself in. This person expressing that, do you know what? Yeah, that I'll try. I want to try. I love you and I want to try is what I'm getting. So, and for those of you who aren't currently in a connection with this person, this is all happening energetically. And then, they're going to kind of realize, okay, Libra is ready. Libra is ready to put up these boundaries and have this, be what we've needed it to be. So here, they can energetically sense that. And they're like, now's the time for them to come on in and give you that call and let you know that Libra, perfect timing for this to start moving forward. So for those of you who aren't in a current connection with this person, I am sort of sensing that in the near future there that we will be seeing some sort of actions happening within that connection. But I'm just going to get some advice for you, Libra, when it comes to this situation. Advice for Libra. Yeah, so as your advice, we do have the flowers coming through here. So the flowers is very reciprocal energy. All right, so if you're willing to put up that boundary and give yourself to this person, they're willing to receive that and give in return. Okay, it is kind of like, here comes the rewards for all your hard work. Putting that into action, you're going to pass this test as long as you give it your all. All right, so that's your advice, is to give of yourself, give this person, these boundaries that you need to put up, give that to them, and they will, receive that. And I feel like for some of you, they may actually have something that they want to give to you with a boundary as well. So just keep that in mind, that they may actually have a boundary that they want to establish as well. So I feel like that's why they're going to be on ready to go with this whole plan here, because this message of love, thinking of you and letting you know that they maybe they want to establish some sort of boundary as well. All right, so we do have the book coming out with that. So, giving your all to writing the story the way that you want it to be. So not allowing it to go against what you don't want. Do you know what I mean? Going against what you want. You've already done that. We're looking at putting up these boundaries in order to have that unfold in the way that we want it to unfold. Have that story, that love story, come out the way that you want it to. All right, you're the author of your own destiny here. There is also this element of some of you may be actually, it's just a bit of a side message. Some of you may actually be, giving some time to some education, some extra training or education. It may have to do with this as well. So it may actually have to do with, look, I don't know how to put up a boundary. I'm going to educate myself on how to put up healthy boundaries. You can Google pretty much everything these days, and you'll always come across some sort of article that tells you how to do these things. We do also see the letter. Okay, so that's very, very similar energy to that love call. Communication. Okay, so your advice is to communicate clearly and talk to this person about this. And how you're feeling, what boundaries you need to set. Allow them to, come back and communication does go both ways. So allow them to come back with, what they need. But I do feel as though they're going to be expressing support overall in regard to this situation here. I will just get a little bit more info here in regard to the person on your mind's feelings and actions towards you. Okay. Person on Libra's mind. What do they want to tell Libra? How do they feel about Libra? Actions towards Libra. Love and support, Libra. Love and support. All right. This person's energy does seem to be relatively good. Okay, because we do have, I do have here the scythe and the tower. Okay, so this is pretty much telling us that they're ready to break away from this past you've not feeling good enough energy. They're ready to change that. They're ready to deal with the way that you want to change the foundation of this connection, and they're ready to break away from the past and rebuild foundations within this connection where you both do have stronger boundaries and whatnot. So they are prepared for that. Like I said, energetically, this person does seem to sort of know already what's going on. They seem to be clear about this as well. Even if they're not consciously aware of this, they do seem to energetically understand this whole situation for you, and they're ready to back you up. All right, because I do also have the candle. All right, so in a love reading, this is unique to this particular deck, but in a love reading, this is, one of the most ideal love cards to see pop out, especially when it's your person's energy towards you, Libra. This is like the eternal flame. All right, this is like, and what's coming through really strongly today, because I got it for Gemini as well, and I've never gotten that message with this card before, but it's a lovely message, is that, if you can picture someone sitting there staring into a flame. Okay, you're both doing that toward each other. Okay, the flame is each other. You're both staring into each other, into each other's soul, with a lot of passion and desire for the other one, and you just sort of get lost in the flame of this love for each other, because you're sitting there for hours just staring into this flame while the candle sort of melts on down. But that's kind of like, it's like this eternal love between the two of you. This person has a lot of love for you, Libra. Regardless of whether you're in an active connection with this person or not, there is this eternal, everlasting flame between the two of you. Okay, so it's definitely a lot of passion and desire, and that willingness to, really, really melt away the hours with you, Libra. They're ready to spend a lifetime staring into this candle, and allow you to be the sole focus of their life. There is definitely a lot of love coming from this person. Okay, so energetically, there's eternal love being offered there with that candle energy. So it's a very solid message here, Libra. I do feel as though you have done a lot of work. All right, you have done a lot of work to deserve these boundaries, and you do deserve to have these boundaries. I once again, I'm feeling that it is in regard to the way you allow yourself to be treated by others. All right, and this person, it seems to be very willing to meet you halfway, and rebuild the foundations of this connection with you. So like I said, even if you haven't actually got an active connection with this person, it feels like they're happy that you're breaking away from this past not feeling worthy enough energy, and they're happy that you're breaking away from that energy, and they're ready to build a really strong foundation with this connection, and really focus on that flame that you have for each other, that you're burning for each other. All right, so what a lovely message. At the bottom of the deck, I do have the beetle, so that's just telling me to let you know teamwork is key here. All right, especially like I was saying with that communication. Communication goes both ways. All right, that person deserves boundaries just as much as you do. So you both may be setting some boundaries here as well. All right, so that's what I have for you today, Libra. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Please subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.